What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and thank you guys for the support on my recent videos. The channel's been doing great. So really quick, I want to cover the FTX situation, an absolute meltdown in crypto, a day they will write about for the history books, but something good came out of that. Also, some good XRP clips. Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, went on CNBC to talk about all of this stuff. You're going to want to wait till the end and see the final video. So here's what Sam Bankman-Fried, the head of FTX, this guy was a billionaire 48 hours ago. Now he's rumored to be negative 200 million net worth. He says, "I'm sorry, that's the biggest thing ever. I effed up and should have done better." Shit, Sam. Should have also been communicating more very recently. Transparently, my hands were tied during the communications. So here's an update on where things are. FTX US is totally fine. If you have funds on FTX US, you're totally fine. FTX International, which is the bigger platform, is not so fine. Currently has a total market value higher than the client's deposits, but the liquidity for delivery, as you can tell from the withdrawals, basically the withdrawals are going to be able to be processed, he's claiming. They're just not liquid enough to do that right now. He's saying, at a very high level, I effed up twice. The first time, a poor internal labeling of bank-related accounts meant that I was substantially off on my sense of my user's margin. So he meant to do 0x leverage, which is the least risky way to trade, right? And the liquidity for a daily withdrawal was 24x the average daily withdrawal. Pretty good stuff. In reality, okay, the leverage was actually at 1.7x. So he was taking depositors' funds and going around and trading them on almost 2x leverage. But to be fair to him, on Sunday, they saw $5 billion of withdrawals, and they could only cover about $4.2 billion. All right, so it was a little bit of a bank run. Says he's sorry again. His number one priority, and I mean, it's hard to trust a guy like this, but his number one priority is trusting the users, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through all this, but he's just saying he's sorry a lot. And at the end of this, people are replying, "Sam, this is not going to save you from jail." It'll be interesting to see if this guy does get locked up. Okay. Most of the legal team has lost, but one good thing that came out of this, guys, is Binance, the other big exchange, now has their proof of funds. We can see Binance has 100,000 Bitcoin, 2 million Ether, 500 million XRP. I know we would like to hold that. 500 million XRP tokens. And 18 trillion in Tether. Tether is a whole nother house of cards that I'm not going to get into here, but at least exchanges are coming out and they're showing, hey, these are exactly the assets we have. I think this is good for the whole crypto space. Two things. So the SEC came out and they filed an amicus brief, and listen to what they're saying, guys. This is pretty crazy. They're using this FTX collapse as an opportunity to slam us. The SEC said in their filing, just like the crypto industry, which suffered its latest huge failure yesterday morning as FTX fell into the hands of Binance, which itself is facing a multitude of investigations and lawsuits for their own practices. The arguments put forth by Ripple and the Amici, so like all the other people supporting Ripple, are a house of cards that is falling faster than Luna's price on the day it crashed. Yes, XRP is a security. So was ETH when it launched as an ICO. They all check boxes of the Howey test. Both were pushed by central entities, and both were bought primarily as a potential investment vehicle by most, who did so by considering that the utility of either was both dependent on the central team and did not surface until much later. Both are valuable utilities, but both were centralized when they were released. So pretty damning stuff. Now, this is the SEC, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. Guys, stuff is getting interesting. And if you guys take away anything from this FTX situation, don't keep your crypto on an exchange. Keep your crypto on a cold storage wallet, whether it's a Ledger or a Trezor. I have a link to the Ledger store. Don't buy it off Amazon because you can get fake ones, but the Ledger store is in the video description below. I have an affiliate link, I'll be honest with you. If you want to support me, use my link. And it's also the most secure way to store your crypto. So you win, I win, we both win. That's kind of rare in the world. So if you guys don't have a Ledger and you have any amount of crypto, I have one of each of these. They both kind of do the same thing. But yes, guys, protect your crypto. I would hate to see anyone lose significant funds in an FTX style meltdown. Now for a video from Raoul Paul. Shout out to Crypto Eerie, talking about Gary Gensler and firing this man. If you guys like these kind of videos, hit the like button. Supports the channel, and I really appreciate it.
Is Gary Gensler. He's been so busy saying, we'll fight you when you do wrong, and he has not created a set of rules of which people need to abide by. And everybody's been asking him, and he's refused to do it. And now you get this. And I think, if there's somebody who should get fired for this, it's Gensler. Not because, oh my God, you didn't protect these individuals and it's all happened. It's not about the retrospective. It's like you failed to do your singular job, which is to regulate a space, and everybody, all the industry, Brian Armstrong, all of these people have been going to him endlessly saying, you need to do something about this. Even, the Brad Garling and the XRP Ripple guys have been saying you need a ruling because nobody can operate. And when nobody operates, the gray area happens, and it's this.
So they're welcoming conflict, right? So many people are saying, hey, we need regulation. And instead of regulation, they're just cracking the whip. It's disgusting. On the bright side, though, remember Novati, a Ripple partner, Novati to issue an Australian-backed stablecoin on the XRP ledger? Well, get this right here. Ripple partner Novati Payments announced its subsidiary has been granted the relevant license to launch the International Bank of Australia. Okay, I'm not going to play the clip, but probably nothing, right? Just kidding. It's obviously something. Ripple partner Novati Payments. I want to sprinkle in some good news for you. Now for the big speech from Gary Gensler. Tweet from Stuart Alderati, the head general counsel for Ripple. He said the only runway that's running out is these worn out and frankly false talking points from SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Insistence on elevating the SEC's quest for power over effective regulation in this country is creating deep financial damage. Okay. And before I play this, guys, I have a free chat group. If you guys like to talk about crypto, it's free. It's a Telegram group. Join that. It's in the video description below. And not much is free in this world, let alone money. But you guys can get up to 12 free stocks for opening an account with Webull. They're just trying to onboard users. Big platform. All you got to do is deposit a penny, and you get anywhere from $40 to $300 in free stocks. Not a scam. Webull is very legitimate, and you can get free stocks. Invest them, sell them, buy McDonald's. All you got to do is sign up, make an account, deposit a penny, and you get $40. Pretty great deal if you ask me. So get your free stocks also in the video description below. Let's see what Gary Gensler has to say right here. The rat himself. Just look at his face, guys. Not to be mean to him.
Well, let's talk about that, Gary, because critics would say, look, you have been talking about the need for regulating and yet have not. There's been lots of focus. We had you on last time when you went after Kim Kardashian. But on a relative basis, going after Kim Kardashian compared to what is now a massive undoing of FTX isn't enough. What do you say about that?
Look, I think that investors need better protection in this space. But I would say this is a field that's significantly non-compliant, but it's got regulation, and those regulations are often very clear. And we have multiple paths. And one path is working with those crypto exchanges, crypto lending platforms, and to get them properly registered. And why that matters is that's so the public's protected. But we have another path, which is enforcement. We've brought, between my predecessor and the teams now at the SEC, at least 100 actions in this case. And we've been very clear in these various enforcement actions. And we had a big win even this week on a crypto token called Library, where a court clearly said, you've been on fair notice. And yes, this is the securities under the securities law.
But Gary, in fairness, there are millions, if not billions of dollars that are going to get tied up that potentially will get lost in this situation by investors, not just retail investors, but pensions that have given money to venture capitalists that have invested in these things. Shouldn't this be more regulated?
Yes, Andrew, and the laws are clear. And look, the runway is running out. I mean, the American public and investors around the globe are getting hurt by a field that says they put a lot of fancy talk around it, Andrew, and the technology is interesting. And I taught it at MIT, and I think that there is some innovations here, but we still need investor protection. And so what I would say is come in and talk to us. You've heard that before. The runway is getting shorter, and the laws are clear, and it's pretty rich for me when I think about it. Look, there's also celebrities. You talked about celebrities. There's celebrity CEOs in this space as well, celebrity crypto entrepreneurs. And so the public can fall prey to their promotions, their marketing, and the like. And it's really important. Our third path is also investor education. Going on a show like this is also to say to the public, beware, this is highly speculative. It is regulated, but without prejudging any one circumstance, largely non-compliant.
Yeah, guys, you heard it there first. Make sure you guys sign up with Webull, deposit a penny, get your free stocks. And if you guys are still watching, comment Tether below. If you guys want an in-depth video on Tether, it's very interesting. It's kind of like an Alice Wonderland rabbit hole situation, but I think there's a lot of tangible evidence about how shady Tether is. My favorite stable coin is USDC because it's much more legitimate. But yeah, if you're still watching, I appreciate you making it to the end. Comment Tether below. God bless you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. I'll see you tomorrow with another video.